Iraqi oil minister has asked BP to develop oil fields around Kirkuk 2 days after Baghdad regained control of much of the region from the Kurdish forces. Meanwhile, the autonomous Kurdistan regional government also moved to show they still had claim over the region. A lead role for BP in developing oil fields in Kirkuk would mark a symbolic return for the oil giant to the region where it made Iraq's first oil find in 1927. Kirkuk is one of the 15 disputed areas claimed by both Iraqi Kurdistan and Baghdad. Indian-born artist Anish Kapoor has returned to the artwork and the American city that made him famous. WION's Andy Roesgen talked with Kapoor in Chicago about his sculpture Cloud Gate and his increasingly strained relationship with his homeland.
Its creator calls it popular but serious. Large by itself, yet small compared to the skyscrapers it reflects. But even he can't quite make sense of it.
What a strange kind of liquid, weird, almost not present yet fully present object.
Anish Kapoor has returned to Chicago for the first time since his creation went up here in 2006. It's called Cloud Gate. But this 110-ton muscular masterpiece, with its seamless, undulating exterior, is affectionately known as the Bean.
It's emotional, strange for me coming back nearly 15 years after this object was first thought of.
Kapoor says he had no idea the Bean would become the biggest attraction in the state of Illinois and one of the 10 biggest in the country.
I love how it reflects the skyline because the architecture here is just beautiful.
Back in 2006, the term selfie didn't even exist. But with its bizarre yet beautiful, almost funhouse-like reflection, it has become a selfie heaven for hundreds of millions of brides, student groups, dignitaries, and ordinary tourists.
It's a giant selfie zone, maybe 500 million selfies going out across the world for this now world-famous iconic sculpture.
I love it. I've been coming here since they put it up, so.
Pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Do you know that the guy who built this thing is standing right there?
No kidding.
What do you think?
I'll have to go shake his hand.
So I like this idea of a public object with its own public life. It's no longer me, it's something else. But really, it's owned by all those brides and all those selfies.
But as celebrated as he is here, Kapoor's relationship with his native India is, well, complicated.
I lament what's happening in India today in politics. I grew up in a society of tolerance, and now we seem to be entering a phase of increasing intolerance. It breaks my heart. Multi-faith, multicultural. That was the way India was not so long ago, and we need to re-establish institutions of real democracy.
But on this day, politics was mostly a world away for Kapoor, who lives now in London. He notes that the Bean has never been tagged by graffiti, a reflection, he says, of the harmony that gets reflected every day right back to the city. Andy Roesgen in Chicago for WION.